Hi everybody, it's Nikki Portel from Trojan Intermediate School, coming to you to talk about EA 756 and our exit slip for chapters 2, 3, and 4. Looking at 3, some of the things that I was clear on after reading those chapters, the first thing that I picked actually is just, I really like the definition of just a budget within a school because it talks about it's really the blueprint that estimates the sources of revenues and expenditures for a school system, and it should reflect the priorities of the community and address the needs of the student. I don't know, that definition was pretty powerful to me. I kept kind of going back to that of this is why we have a budget. I know I need to learn more about budgeting, so that definition just kind of made things a little bit clearer for me, so I like to refer to that. Something else that was a little clearer to me from reading was that school districts use fund accounting. I don't know a lot about budgeting or accounting, so that was kind of a new term for me. And I like how it said that schools run differently than businesses because businesses use accounting to make a profit. Whereas a school district, we're not concerned with that. We are trying to look at revenues, expenditures, and services that we provide. So that was something kind of clear for me that we use something called fund accounting. And the last part that caught my attention and just brought some clarity to me is I didn't really know the difference between magnet schools, charter schools. So looking through that chapter, it just kind of gave a clarity to me of a magnet school. I didn't know a lot about that it just provides a different educational experience for kids, and it might be like a math or a science academy. So that's something I discussed with other people, and I still just didn't know a lot about a magnet school. So that definitely gave some clarity to me from reading that in the chapter. 2 connections to some prior knowledge. I guess the first thing that was a connection for me was that school administrators are well versed maybe in instruction or different practices or methodology, but we often struggle with managing money or having a school budget. And I would definitely say as a first year administrator that is so true for me. That was a definite connection. Through this class, I've looked at the different funding and the codes, but I came into this position really knowing nothing. And I actually expressed it to my assistant superintendent and superintendent this week that I definitely need more of an education in budgets and accounting to help myself do a lot better job next year with that part of my job. Another connection that I had was just about fundraising. Living in a very small poverty community, our school looks at fundraising, and we don't really have the population to always have fundraisers, or maybe we don't get the big money that we're hoping for. Like when we need some extra things at our school for like school activities or books or celebrations for kids, we think, where are we going to get this money from? So of course we think, oh, a fundraiser. But thinking of a fundraiser that would be successful around here, and you can't keep selling the same things or going to the same families and expecting them to buy things. So that really was a connection for me and our experiences of living in this smaller town with limited businesses and families that can really support your fundraising all the time. The last part, number 1, or the 1, was that question or aha, and I think it's at the end of one of the chapters. I can't remember which one exactly, but it says school districts need to find what works and invest in it. And I wish it was that simple. You know, I asked that question. I guess I asked that question of the government of what does really work with our new standards and testing. If there's an answer out there, what is it? What do we need to invest in? Can we all work together to make things better for our students, and kind of, instead of making it kind of a guessing game, if we need to invest money in things, if there's specific programs or tools, we would love to know what the best is so we can offer that for our students so they can be ultimately successful. Have a great day. Thank you.